Hi there, and welcome to my first and probably only Pokemon GO video. I made this because when I started playing the game it wasn't really any guides out there. I was lacking that. There were some people recording themselves playing and called it a guide, but that's not really a guide, is it? I'm gonna try to cram as much useful tips and tricks into this video as possible, so that you can have a better start at your game than what I did. So here we go. The first thing you want to do is to turn off your sound. It gives you absolutely no advantage, and it's really annoying having 3 kids running around with sound on in a Pokemon Go meeting. Out on the map you will see these little squares. Those are Pokestops. You can spin them to get items you need, everything from balls to potions to revive and so on and so forth. You can click one on one bubble in order to get the items, but a faster way is just to click on the X at the bottom. It goes a lot faster and you get all the items anyway. Fairly early on in the game you should get an egg. You can go to the egg by going to your Pokemons and swipe right. You want to put the egg into an incubator as soon as possible, because they hatch after a distance walk. Now there are 2 different ways. You can either click the egg and then choose the incubator, or you can click the incubator icon down on the bottom right and then choose the egg. Once you have walked the distance that the egg represents, it will hatch and you will get a Pokemon. 2 kilometer, 5 kilometer and 10 kilometer eggs, and of course the 10 kilometer eggs gives you a stronger Pokemon. Every time you hatch an egg and you get a Pokemon, you should mark that. Either write egg behind it, give it a star, number 1, call it Lucille or whatever tickles your fancy. The point of marking them is that you can tell the difference between the Pokemons you hatch in the egg and the ones you find in the wild. I'll circle back to why in a little bit. And you should transfer the Pokemons you don't want for extra candy. It's time to capture some Pokemons. So you can either do that by throwing the ball directly at them, or for more XP you can actually spin the ball and you'll see it sparkles, and that gives you a curveball. Now you want to throw it straight out to the side, and let go of it somewhere here. If you do that correctly, you will get a curved throw. You can also get a nice, great or excellent throw, which gives you more XP. You want more XP because you go up in level. The higher level you are, the harder Pokemons you can capture. Now if you meet some Pokemons that are difficult to capture, you can lure them with a raspberry, and you can use stronger balls for the even stronger Pokemons, and hopefully you will catch some of them. At some point you will get a lucky egg. A lucky egg doubles your XP. Now instead of popping it, running around hoping to catch Pokemons, there are ways to utilize it a lot better. Evolve is the thing that gives you the most XP in the game, so you want to save up Pokemons until you have a fair amount, and of course enough candy to evolve them. Then, when you have enough, you pop your lucky egg, and for 1/2 hour you just evolve and evolve. As you can see, the animation of the evolve is actually quite long. It lasts around 20 seconds, and in between that you have all sorting out, finding, clicking the buttons and so on and so forth. So on a good day you could squeeze in 30 to 40 evolves. I know people say 60 is the limit. I find that a little bit hard. The point is, evolve as much as you can. Okay, you have your evolved Pokemons and you want to pick out a few ones that are going to be your fighters. To make them even stronger you can power them up. Powering up costs Stardust, and Stardust is actually the resource that will become really scarce at the end, and that is the one you're gonna find yourself running around collecting all the time. So it's important that you don't waste it and try to power up a lot of different ones to see which one gets stronger. Pick one, pick a few, pick a handful, and you focus on those. Circling back as to why you should mark the ones you get from the egg, well, basically every Pokemon is unique, even the one from the same species. They have a base stat called IV, or individual value, which tells you how strong it is. If you take a look at these 2 Magnetons, they have more or less the same combat power, and the HP is slightly different. But what is interesting is that the one I got from the egg costs less Stardust to power up, hence it's a younger one. It has more potential to actually be powered up. So let's see what happens when I do that. Now they both cost the same amount of Stardust to evolve, meaning that they are more or less the same age. But as you can see, the one I got from the egg has more combat power and more health, so it's a stronger one. It has a higher IV individual value. And that's why you want to keep the ones in the egg. Of course you can find strong Pokémons in the wild as well. The problem is, how do you know it's a strong one? I would recommend using either a webpage or an application to figure it out. It's a lot of work and takes a lot of time, so going for the ones in the egg is a pretty safe bet. At level 5 you will get access to gyms. The first time you visit a gym you will have to choose your team, blue, red or yellow. You should choose the team that your friends have or colleagues. It makes it more fun and you can go around playing together with them. As of now, controlling gyms is the purpose of the game, and you actually get prizes for it. You get 500 Stardust and 10 Pokemon coins for each gym you have and a Pokemon stationed at. You can go to the shop to collect them. The thing is that you can only collect every 21 hours, so you want to collect at the time where you have the most. Once you get to a gym, you can swipe through and get an overview of your opponents, and based on that you can choose the Pokemons you're gonna attack with. The game will choose a list of 6 Pokemons for you, but if you want to change them, just simply click the one you want to change and pick another one from your list. If you scroll down on your Pokemon, you can see the different attacks it has. It has a normal attack and a special attack, and you can see some has shorter blue lines and some has longer blue lines. Now that's your special attack. You power it up by using the normal attack, and naturally once it's full you can use the special attack. The shorter lines indicates that you can use it more often, but it doesn't do as much damage. The bigger line takes a long time to power up, but it's really strong if you manage to get it off. So when the fight starts you want to tap your character in order to do the normal attack as often as fast as you can, and you can see that the blue bars are building on top. Once they're full they will glow and indicates that it's ready to be used. You use your special attack by pressing and holding your character, and you can see a different blue line building up underneath your special attack. Once that reaches, the special attack will fire. It's worth to mention that both your normal and special attack has an animation. You have to wait until that animation is done before you can do your next move. As you can see now, the special attack doesn't go off because it was started once my character was doing something else. You can dodge your opponent's attacks, and you should try to dodge their special attacks because they can really hurt you. To dodge, simply swipe in the direction you want to dodge. You should do it 2 or 3 times in order to make sure you get clear of the blast zone, but also here you cannot dodge as long as your character is doing something else, so you have to time it correctly in order to get out of the special attacks. Gym's strength is measured in prestige. You want to knock it down towards your opponents and of course increase it on your own. It is easier attacking and destroying an opponent's gym because you can attack with 6 Pokemons. Increasing the prestige of your own is slightly harder because you can only attack with 1 at a time. And this is where team play comes in. If you're a couple of friends going around capturing gyms for your own color, you should increase the prestige of the gym after it is captured. Not only does it make it harder for your opponents to knock down your gym, but it also helps your own team members placing additional Pokemon to the gym, making it even stronger. And everything that remains now is for you to get out of the couch and out into the world and play Pokemon. I hope this video helped you in understanding a little bit more about the game. Of course I couldn't cover everything, but then again you need to discover a few things on your own. Before you go, and if you live in Stockholm, Sweden, you have probably been too busy chasing Pokemons than to noticing the recurring little Smurf figurines on a lot of the Pokestops. If you wonder what they're doing there, you should look into a game called Ingress and join the Stockholm Resistance. Never heard of Ingress? Well, the map that you are currently playing Pokémon GO on was built by Ingress players. And that's about it. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and perhaps we meet each other out in the pixel world of Pokémon GO.